Hello everyone, it's Wesley here, back with another video. So, in this video, I want to talk about 5 tips on how you can be able to optimize your LinkedIn profile. So, I always say it is very important in this digital age to have a well updated LinkedIn profile. So, I just want to talk about the 5 tips that you can do. So, if you haven't watched the other video that I did on LinkedIn, like how you can optimize your whole LinkedIn profile, go watch that one first, and then this one is just complementary to that one. So, the first thing that you have to do is make sure you have a well up to date profile picture, because to be honest, if someone clicks your profile and then they see that there's no picture, they're like, I don't think this person is serious, right? So you really need to have a well up to date profile picture. You don't need to have a picture that's of you like 10 years ago or 15 years ago. You just need a recent picture, and you don't need to go to the photo studio if you don't have the resources. If you do have, go for it, but if you don't have the resources, don't force yourself to go and get a picture. Just use your phone, just proper lighting and everything. Then, yeah, that would be good. So that's the first thing that you should do. The second thing that you should do is make sure you put a professional banner behind your profile. So if you check LinkedIn, it gives you a space for you to put a banner. So I'll show you my banner here. However, you can see it. So the banner makes your profile look more aesthetically pleasing. Now, let's be honest. As people, we judge things based on what we have seen, right? So if I see something that is not really pleasing to the eye, sometimes even if it's a good profile, like if you look at some other things, they might be good. But if it's not pleasing to the eye, most of the times I'll kind of like not pay much attention to it. So make sure that you should always, if possible, make sure you should always have a banner. It doesn't have to have a picture like the one that I showed you. It can just be a simple one, just showing your profile, your field or your profession. Just a simple basic banner will do. That's okay. Now let's talk about the third thing that you should do. It's the about section. This one, if you can explain it in a proper, clear, succinct manner, but if you can add a story to it, that will make much sense. Now I'll show you mine, because maybe I do a lot of things, but even if you just do your work and you don't do like other things on the side, you can just kind of like create it in a way that is more of like a story in a way. So I'll show you mine, how I've made it seem kind of like interactive, if you will, instead of just saying I am results driven, focused individual. Hey, what, you know what I mean? Get how we always try to be so serious on this. So kind of like tone it down to kind of like just make it interactive. I don't know if you get what I mean. I'm sure you do get what I mean. So that's the third thing that you should do. Now, the fourth thing that you should always do is make sure you always put at least a few duties on the jobs that you are doing, or if possible, you can put some achievements. So sometimes I always see people, they always just put, let's say, I've worked for this organization on this post, without putting what they were doing in those positions, right? But the thing is, if possible, you don't have to put everything that is on your CV. You can just put maybe 3 or 4, right? Just to kind of like show that this is what you do. Or if possible, you can put the achievements in those jobs. Now, the last thing that is the most important part is be active on LinkedIn. Comment on people's posts. You should also post. Look out for either new opportunities. Just be active. I'm not saying you should always be on LinkedIn, but if possible, maybe spend some 5 or 10 minutes a day just to see what's there. Maybe you comment here and there, and maybe, and if possible, make sure that you should also post stuff on LinkedIn, because that's how recruiters will easily find you. Because if you don't post anything else, to be honest, the algorithm won't work in your favor. But if you post at least 2 or 3 things, maybe in a week, that will work in your favor. I hope you do find this video helpful. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.